Hi everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. I am Karen.
And I'm Matt.
So you know, I feel a little bit, today's really chilly and cold, right? Now that we're in December. Wait a second. Did you hear something?
No, maybe there's a thunderstorm today outside.
No, it's not. There's no thunderstorm. It's quite sunny outside. It's just chilly, but it's sunny.
Yeah.
But I hear something like, what is that? Hold on, wait, 1 second. Do you hear that? It's quite loud. It's like.
It's probably the air conditioner getting into the water.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna listen to it again. It doesn't usually make that sound. No, it's not coming from there. It's you!
It's not my fault. It's
What? Why? Why is your stomach making that sound?
I don't know. It's just my stomach's growling. You know, maybe I didn't eat food before I came here, so maybe I'm a bit hungry. I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay, has it happened before? Because it's very loud.
Yeah, you know what? It's embarrassing sometimes because I was filming something the other day, and as we were doing it, everyone else could hear my stomach growling, and we couldn't finish the work because it kept making noises and I couldn't stop it.
Really? It's that loud, huh?
Sometimes.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe can you make it stop? Because we're kind of in the middle of filming here. So I'll get you a sandwich after this. But can you just make it stop?
I tried to make it stop last time. I don't think I can, but maybe I can make a sound that's even louder so you won't be able to hear it.
Like what?
Just, you know, hum a song.
Really?
This is a
I can still hear it. You gotta hum louder. Okay, I'm gonna get you that sandwich, okay, Matt?
Okay.
When you are really hungry, you might say that your stomach is growling. To understand what is causing these noises, we first need to examine what happens to food in our bodies. Once you eat a piece of food, it passes through your stomach and then travels through your small and large intestines. These intestines form a roughly 5-meter-long tube that squeezes food through the digestion process. As the intestines push food through, that food gets mixed up with acids and gases.
Hello everyone. Today we're talking about part 1 of why our stomachs make noises.
That's right. That's quite interesting, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I have a question for everyone and also for you. To begin today's article, the question is, what causes your stomach to make noises? Now we got a few different, options or different answers you can choose from. So A is an increase in blood flow. Or B, feelings of sadness. Like maybe you feel sad and your stomach will growl. I don't know. Or C, your blood pressure level. When someone has maybe a poor health condition, they might have high blood pressure, right? Anything too high or too low would not be healthy, and then you might have to go and check it out at the hospital, right? And then D is the digestive system. What is the digestive system or process?
The digestive process is how food passes from your mouth to when it eventually leaves your body. So your body absorbs nutrients and other things from the food and then gets rid of the things that you don't need.
Okay, so that's a digestive process, right? Okay, so of all the 4 answers, which one do you think is correct? Why do our stomachs growl?
I think maybe B, feelings of sadness.
Really?
Yeah.
So you feel like if you're sad and then your stomach will growl?
Well, I don't know. Earlier, my stomach was growling earlier, and I just found out that I have to work longer today.
Really?
So I was
you were
feeling a little
feeling
down,
sad?
a little sad. Maybe that's what caused it.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to find out the answer right now.
Okay.
Why don't you tell us?
Okay. When you're really hungry, you might say that your stomach is growling. So this word growling means it's making a loud sound, and that's also the word we use for a loud sound that a dog or a bear might make when it's angry and goes, yeah, grrr. Your stomach goes grrr. To understand what is causing these noises, we first need to examine what happens to food in our bodies.
Okay, so I guess it has something to do with the food in our bodies, right? Maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe not, it has nothing to do with sadness.
Maybe you ate something that wasn't delicious and it made you sad.
Maybe. Okay, once you eat a piece of food, it passes through your stomach and then travels through your small and large intestines. These intestines form a roughly 5-meter long tube that squeezes food through the digestion process. Okay, so we know that when you eat something, you'll chew the food and then you swallow, right? And it's gonna go down your body through your stomach and go through the small and large intestines. And then in the article it says they're kind of like the long tubes. That's about 5 meters long, right?
Right, so they said it's roughly 5 meters long, and that's a vocabulary word. And that means, as you said, it's about 5 meters long, or it's around 5 meters long. So it's not an exact length, and we say that it's roughly 5 meters long because, maybe someone who is taller has a longer than 5 meters long intestine, and someone who's shorter might have a shorter one.
That's right.
So our example sentence says, I've spent roughly 4 hours on this essay.
So that means about 4 hours, not exactly because you're not so sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we also have this vocabulary word here, to squeeze, and that is a verb. So to squeeze basically means to apply pressure from more than one direction, right? So you could, for example, squeeze your hand, squeeze your friend's arm, or you can squeeze some orange juice as well. So in our example sentence, says Mark gently squeezed the bottle, but no ketchup came out.
Oh, I guess he's out of ketchup.
That's right.
As the intestines push food through, that food gets mixed up with acids and gases.
Okay, so we kind of understand. So it's kind of going through your body. So they didn't say why though. That was, it was making that sound. I guess we'll have to find out after the break.
This is something, I guess it has something to do with digestion and things you've eaten. But I think we'll find out more after the break.
Let's take a break.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们的肚子为什么会咕噜咕噜叫呢？不就是因为肚子饿吗？那课文一开始问我们一个问题说，是什么让你的肚子发出声音的呢？ A. 血流量增加 B. 悲伤的感觉 C. 你的血压 D. 消化的过程。选项里面竟然没有肚子饿的答案，我们就先来看看食物在我们体内发生了什么事。课文写到说，一旦你吃下一块食物，它就会通过你的胃，接着经过小肠和大肠，这些肠道形成大约5公尺长的管道。那透过消化过程去挤压食物，然后随着这个肠道去推动食物的过程，让它通过时，食物就会跟酸还有气体混合。好，单字 roughly 这个副词表示大致地或是粗略地，那么 squeeze 就是挤压或是捏挤出的意思。补充单字 growl， 它可以用来描述肠胃是咕噜咕噜叫啊、轰轰作响的那种声音。好，那么也可以描述像狗，它是低声吼叫。这个字也可以当名词来表达低鸣或者是咆哮声。再看到 intestine 就是肠，也有人念作 intestine。那么 small intestine 表示小肠 ，large intestine 表示大肠。再来 digestion， 它可以表达消化或是消化系统。acid 则是指酸或是酸性物质。那这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，这边我们来学习 once 当连接词，它是指一旦，一怎么样就怎么样，就相当于 as soon as， 去强调说做完某件事后就立刻做另一件事，或者是紧接着发生另一件事。像 she broke into tears once she saw her parents， 她一见到爸妈就突然哭出来了。好，那我们接着回到课文中。
And all this mixing, pushing, and squeezing is what causes the noises that sound like growls. Food actually absorbs some of the sound, so the noises are louder when your stomach is empty. Also, when you're hungry and smell or see food, your brain tells your intestines and stomach to start preparing to receive food, which causes additional rumbling. If you were to listen very closely, you would almost always hear very quiet noises being made in your belly. Don't worry, those sounds are natural and normal. In fact, it would be more troubling if you stopped hearing them at all.
Welcome back. We're talking about why our stomachs make noises. So we're learning about how our stomach makes this growling sound. And so far we've learned that when we eat, food passes through our small and large intestines, which makes a 5-meter tube for the food to pass through our bodies. And when it does this, the food mixes with acids and gases.
That's right. And we are going to find out why it makes the funny growling noises, right? Okay, let's begin. And all this mixing, pushing, and squeezing is what causes the noises that sound like growls. Okay, so it's the digestive process. It's not the feeling of sadness, right?
I guess not.
Okay, food actually absorbs some of the sound. So the noises are louder when your stomach is empty. So what they're saying is that your digestive process or system is always working. So you're always making that sound. But sometimes when your stomach is full, when you have a lot of food inside, the food would absorb a lot of the sound. So oftentimes people cannot hear the stomach growling.
And so they said it's louder when your stomach is empty. So empty is an adjective, meaning that there is nothing in or sometimes on something. So as we can see in our example sentence, you can put those candles on the empty shelf above the TV. So in that sentence, it means there's nothing on the shelf. We'll also use that with a chair. We can say that there's an empty chair by saying there's no one sitting on the chair. Also, when you're hungry and smell or see food, your brain tells your intestines and stomach to start preparing to receive food, which causes additional rumbling.
And that's why your stomach makes such loud noises, right?
Why, yeah, people associate it with being hungry because it's when your stomach's empty, and when people are thinking about food, they start to make those noises.
That's right. It causes the additional rumbling, the additional sound. And the word additional is an adjective. Basically, it just means something extra on top of something, right? So usually you don't hear that sound, but in that case, in that situation, you will hear that extra sound, the extra loudness, right? So in our example sentence, you can say, there are additional instructions on the back of the page. So maybe you're reading a page of instructions, but on the back there's some additional ones, something extra, some extra, instructions. Okay, well, let's continue. If you were to listen very closely, you would almost always hear very quiet noises being made in your belly. And that means all the time, right? Like we said, either your stomach is full or empty, you can always hear some noises that it's making.
It's not just me.
Yours is just louder than other people's.
Don't worry, those sounds are natural and normal. In fact, it would be more troubling if you stopped hearing them at all.
You're right, because that means your body is healthy, right? You have a healthy digestive process or system in your body. It's always working. So if you don't hear any noise at all, that means your body is probably sick or you probably have some problems, right?
Yeah, so that means that something is not normal because these sounds are, as they said, normal. Normal is an adjective meaning the usual way or the way that it's most common. So something is normal in your body means most people's bodies do that. So being treated unfairly is a normal part of life. That means that almost everyone gets treated unfairly at some part in their life, and so it's a normal thing to happen.
That's right. But the important thing is what you learn from these things, right? Okay, so we have a question for everyone. And for you, I guess, you can think about, what the answer could be. So the question is, besides eating, what are some other ways to make the sounds that your stomach makes quieter? Okay, so I guess humming a song, like you said.
Yeah, then you can't hear it, nobody
or playing
will know.
some music, but we're just joking. But is there any way that we can actually make the noises sound quieter?
I think maybe by being active and doing some kind of exercise, maybe that will help the food to move through your digestive process a little faster.
Okay, and I also heard, I don't know if it's true, I also heard that you can also drink more water. That might also help too.
Okay, also help to push things through.
I'm not sure, so you should try. I mean, you have this problem.
I'll try and get some exercise and drink lots of water to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Exactly, and you let us know which one works the best.
Okay, but it's normal. Everyone does it. It's fine.
I guess you're right. You don't have to be ashamed of it, right? Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Right.
刚刚说，随着肠道挤压推动食物通过时，这个食物会跟酸和气体混合。那所有这些混合推动挤压，就是让这些噪音听起来像咕噜咕噜声的原因。事实上食物会吸收一点声音，所以当你肚子空空的时候，噪音会更大哦。那当你肚子饿，然后又突然闻到或看到食物时，大脑就会通知你的肠胃开始准备接收食物，那这也会造成额外的咕噜咕噜声。好，其实肚子发出这些声音是很自然、很正常的。如果完全听不到这些声音，才会更令人烦恼呢。我们来看单字 empty， 它是形容词，形容空的 ；additional 则是形容额外的、附加的。那么再来 normal， 它表示正常的、普通的或者是通常的。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，这边我们要介绍与现在事实相反的假设句。if 引导与现在事实相反的假设句时，它的句型是 if 加上主词加过去式动词或者是 were 逗号主词加上 would、could 或者是 might 加原形动词。这边特别注意的就是 if 子句的动词要用过去式。那如果你是要 be 动词的话呢，无论人称一律都用 were。我们来造两个例句。If I won the lottery, I might donate half of the money to charity. 如果我中乐透，我可能会把一半的钱捐给慈善机构。If I were you, I wouldn't buy that dress. 如果我是你我不会买那件洋装。好，那顺便补充一个句型是 if 主词 were to 加原形动词。好，那像这样句型当中，我们用 be 动词加上 to be， 可以指说将要怎么样计划做某事。那现在你用 if 主词 were to be， 则是用来表达想象的情境，可以指说跟现在事实相反的情况，或者是用来表达委婉的建议试探或是询问。那我们来造个例句 ：If you were to become a superhero, what would your superpower be? 如果你成为一名超级英雄，你的超能力会是什么呢？好，那么以上的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
When you are really hungry, you might say that your stomach is growling. To understand what is causing these noises, we first need to examine what happens to food in our bodies. Once you eat a piece of food, it passes through your stomach and then travels through your small and large intestines. These intestines form a roughly 5-meter-long tube that squeezes food through the digestion process. As the intestines push food through, that food gets mixed up with acids and gases. And all this mixing, pushing, and squeezing is what causes the noises that sound like growls. Food actually absorbs some of the sound, so the noises are louder when your stomach is empty. Also, when you're hungry and smell or see food, your brain tells your intestines and stomach to start preparing to receive food, which causes additional rumbling. If you were to listen very closely, you would almost always hear very quiet noises being made in your belly. Don't worry, those sounds are natural and normal. In fact, It would be more troubling if you stopped hearing them at all.
Hi everybody, I am Steven. Do you like science? I like it very much. If you also like science, you can't miss the National Science and Technology Museum. It's a place full of science. Let's get in and find out more. The National Science and Technology Museum is located in downtown Kaohsiung. Visitors can find various technology-related exhibits at the museum. They include aerospace, transport, human health, climate change, and more. There are also many interactive games for you to try. You can operate all kinds of vehicles and accomplish missions. You can learn how your body digests food by touching a device. All the exhibits and games at the museum are suitable for both children and adults. The National Science and Technology Museum is an educational place for people of all ages. It also provides citizens with a good place for leisure and lifelong learning.
See you next time!